So I tweeted the local top is in. I tweeted it yesterday, and the market since then is ripping, and I know it's very funny if I got it wrong, but I want to tell you in this show what is going to happen exactly next, why I was a little bit early and I was not wrong, and why I made more money even though I didn't get this one right than you. Okay, let's get into it. So, number one, very important, I have this Telegram. You know it, you're in it, link in the description. If not, it's free. I share my thoughts, all that. I said the top is most likely in. It's going to break. This is most likely going to break, and the local top is in. This is what I posted in there yesterday with a chart showing the low range that will most likely break. I was thinking. I sold another 15% of my positions. About 45% of our leverage positions are out now. So I sold about 45% of all my leverage positions. Planning on buying back lower. Also, I might be completely wrong here. I think I am not. Even if I am, had an incredible run, will get back in after confirmed higher time frame reversal. Now here, and I said did not touch the butts, and I did not touch spot, which I never touch. But very important, I want you to remember that I called the top 2 times the past 45 days. Both of the times we could buy back 20% lower, 15-20% lower, okay? So this time, the only thing I actually screwed up is that I did not wait for this 1 hour low to break. What is the problem? Or what I've seen is that we're coming back for a higher time frame, major supply zone, okay? We're coming back here, and from there, I was like, okay, we're gonna blast through because there's liquidity. We've been talking about this on the channel here. You have to come back. By the way, guys, if you're just first time watching this and you don't know what is actually happening, my name is 𝗲𝗲, and I bring you all thought like this, been in crypto since 2016. I'm host here on the channel. I'm also host on CryptoBenta, one of the largest crypto media businesses on the planet. And yeah, I bring you market updates every single day in a short form content to help you navigate, and I supplement that with the free Telegram. So link in the description to everything, you can find it out. But so I've been telling you throughout, you know, on the shows that this is going to happen. We're going to come back here, and then we have to look for a reversal. Now what happened is that there was no close above there. Look, we couldn't break above, and then there was an hourly rejection, seemingly a rejection. We had a sweep here, a close above, confirming a market structure break, a continuation. But then it was coming down so heavy, I was like, you know what? I actually got a little bit lazy. That's the truth. And I was like, you know what? It's gonna reject. Like, we're gonna come back. We've seen it a million times. We're gonna close below. We're gonna retrace. That's it. And I went on like an idiot. And this is where I made a big mistake. I went into Twitter and I was like, you know, local top is in, without confirming that it is actually happening. So I tweeted it right here. If you look at the 15-minute chart, I tweeted literally on this week, which I thought was gonna close below on the hourly. Well, it didn't. So that's my mistake on there. But what is interesting, or what I want you to know, is that we have been riding these positions, guys, here with you on it. So all the comments that I read, and I actually don't get bugged about them anymore, but it's like, you know, just, you're an idiot, glad I didn't listen, not quite, yeah, it's who cares, just keep buying spot, again, we just had a local top, no international 𝗲𝗲, like, you know, so the thing is that I am not even bugged about this, because we have opened it, like I have opened these positions with you here on the channel. I took profits, about 45% of my profits I took off. If you look at this Bitcoin, $424, this is an open account that I'm running here with you, completely transparently. All the trades are up. And also something that not a lot of influencers will show you, but I am going to show you, is if you go into my account and you go into PNL, you will see that the past 30 days, even though I was wrong, we made 34% on the account, okay? So the past 7 days, 7,000, past 30 days, 9,000. So anyway, I just wanted to make sure that everybody's understanding that it's not like 𝗲𝗲 is wrecked, low, whatever. And I said I didn't touch bots, so I'm not even talking about all the bots that what the bots are doing. Let me just show you this. And all this you have taken. I know you have taken these positions. I know you have the bots running. I know you have copied the bots as well. I know you have taken the positions. So anyway, that's that on the update very briefly. What happens next? What happens next is the following. I was very vocal about the fact that if we break out here and we sweep liquidity, this is going to be the run. Like as you have seen previously here, the moment we had a break above, the moment we had a massive break above, the market skyrocketed. We can have some cool off here, we can have a pullback, whatever, but for now, you have to play it as it goes, which means that we have to long. Now, where do you long? So again, I'm sitting here on, I took $2,000-3,000 off of this account, but I'm sitting here on $13,000 in cash on the account, which is about 50% of the account, and yeah, about that, about 40% of the account. And the question is, where do you add back? So one thing I don't want to do, two things I don't want to do. One, I don't want to miss the run. Two, I don't want to add too early, because if we start dropping here, this can actually get nasty. So we can still get the 50% pullback down here. And I just know there are cool-off periods, and I don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the green deal, though, if you know what I mean. So if I look at this, two ways to play this, and this is what I'm going to do exactly. One is that I'm going to look for the 50% on this leg, okay? First off, I'm gonna add some of the positions. Like I'm gonna add about 10% of this cash, 20% of this I'm just gonna add now. Because yes, I'm not gonna do it here because it would be time consuming, but about 10% of this cash I'm gonna add now because, you know, breakout happens, we might not pull back, whatever. And then the remaining, I'm gonna take 50% of the remaining cash and I'm gonna start layering into the positions after the total market cap comes back to 50, about here. 3.94 trillion. I think this week is a massive week with earnings, with inflation data, all that. I would not be surprised if we see it consolidate a little bit, come back, maybe go a little bit higher and then come back. But I would look for the 50% and start adding in on the 50% retraces. So I'm gonna wait for 3.94 trillion on the total. And then I'm gonna reserve about 30% because I think the big crash or the big pullback is still coming. So I would not be surprised if we would see like another, you know, a 10% here and then possibly just come even lower. I don't think we're gonna revisit these lows now because we do have a new low formed, which came back on the daily 50%. That's sufficient, which I've explained. If you don't understand this, please look back on the previous video. Markets always retrace 50%. And then we made a new high here, which confirms this is a new bottom. We're gonna go up somewhere. We're gonna retrace 50, and this is what I'm looking at. So ultimately, I don't know what's happening here. So ultimately, this is the play. I'm gonna start layering in on this leg. Let me just remove everything. I'm gonna start layering in at the 3.94 trillion. And then I'm going to wait a little bit and see if we dip lower down here to the 3.75-ish trillion. Very important, guys. Very important. I've been begging you to look into the bots. I've been begging you. The bots were down. Let me just look up one of the episodes here. Let's go 2 days ago. Let's see what the bots did here. But I told you that this to add back if that happens. But look at this. The bots were down here. How the bots work. Bots were down here. Look at this. They were all in minus. And I think I'm literally explaining what I was about to explain. Here's the thing. These are not AI bots that I just 2,500 plus, 4% minus, 30% minus, all that. So you see how the bots work. Now so anyway, what I was about to say is that I've been begging you to look at these bots. I set these bots up with my own criteria and the daily time frame and layered it at the right time. And it was in minus, but I was telling you that once we have the first move, these things are gonna start breaking out and you can't time the market, okay? So anyway, these are still available. All my long-term bots are still in play. I think for the next month and a half, 2 months, we're gonna leave these open and then we're gonna swap to shorting bots. We're gonna see how that turns out to be at the end of the year. But for now, these are all intact. There's a link in the description. Go and check them out. You can get a $1,000 sign-up bonus if you sign up to Pionex using our link. And then of course you can copy this, or you can watch this video. We're gonna put it up here. You can watch this video, and this is going to be about a tutorial how you can do it with your own bots as well. That said, guys, I am going to add a little bit back here. As I said, I'm not gonna launch a new bot now. I am going to look at adding bots to the 50% here. So the low will be here. It will be scalping bots, much more dynamic. So we're gonna look at that. I'm gonna post something on the channel when that happens. Maybe today or tomorrow. We'll see how the market plays ball, and then yeah, just play it safe. And it is time to. Play it safe in terms of don't start taking 100x leverage long positions here. There's still a flush coming at some point, and just want to get back into that. Guys, I hope this clears everything out. I hope that the message is clear. I hope that it helps you. I know that you guys, if you have been following and coming back every day and spending 10 minutes off your day, subscribe, turning the bell notifications on, joining the Telegram, you are most likely massive profits. If you are, please let me know in the comment section. I will read the comments. I'll reply to the comments. If you're not, please let me know as well, and so I can know what the problem is. And then, yeah, guys, truly appreciate you. Check out this video again, the tutorial on the bots, and subscribe here, and I'll see you in the next one.